On the off the field, I work overtime. On the court or not, I take charge of mine. Beast mode when it's game time. Turn the bass up when they play mine. Sports base, and you know it's live. We on front.
Alright, man, Sports-Based Radio, your favorite source of sports and hip-hop. I am your man, Young Rain, a.k.a. Mr. Or Whatever. And then we here with Quan and Maven, of course.
No doubt.
My boy Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
We got Mr. Z, the Dad Daddy, up in here.
Yeah.
And then we got a special guest today, Mr. Sporti-g. This man is a songwriter. Like, he makes music, and he got a movie about to come up.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Process of making it now. It's called All for the Green.
Yes, sir.
Movie.
Tell us a little bit about it. I mean, what's it about?
It's pretty much me. It goes along with my music. It's like the third installment of my All for the Green series, and then we just bringing it to a bigger picture, a bigger platform.
Okay.
You know, so first was a mixtape, then we did an album, then we doing a music. Now we doing a movie. Sorry.
That's what's up.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
That's what's up.
So where you shooting it at?
All around. I'm from Buckingham, Virginia. We have been in Philadelphia. We've been in D.C. a lot. We just moving all around and working with good people out there. So that expands our audience also. So when we drop it, everybody feels like they're part of it.
Okay.
Now, is this gonna be like something that's gonna like come out on like a independent DVD, or are y'all trying to push for like a mainstream type of?
We trying to go to the top because that's the main objective.
That's the goal,
You shoot
of course.
you shoot everything high, and then if you fall short, at least you tried. But it's 100% independent. Shoot, produce, even with the actors. We do casting along with myself and the other members in my team. And we trying to, put it in those major theaters. And then we also, if they shoot us down, which I'm going to say they not going to shoot us down because once they see the product, they know it's going to be good. And we just going to hustle it too, out the trunk with it or whatever.
Hey,
Netflix,
hey,
all of that
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
This your first production? What have you produced prior to this?
Always been music.
Okay.
We always been doing music, but this is like my first like actual screenplay and film. So like I told you guys earlier, we just aiming for better. This is the introduction into the industry. This is my body of work that I want to show the industry, and it gives people around me in my area too a chance for themselves to get out there. That's what I'm all about. Cause I could have probably went somewhere else and get people to play the scenes, but it just feels better when you at home with it. And
it's motivation though. I mean, because you gotta think. Whatever, like I don't think that nobody from the Buckingham area have done anything as far as like trying to put together a movie or nothing like that. Like, like everybody does music or whatever, but like
Anybody, any of the
any of the surrounding counties, like
put together a movie production.
well, wait, we got what's the guy that was out of Keysville? I can't think of his name or whatever. Bobby Hines. Bobby Hines he put together like kind of like a series where he was, it was kind of like a reality show type of feel or whatever, but it wasn't anything like he was actually trying to make it was called Votes DVD or whatever, so. But yeah, I mean, it's still super inspirational on me because like that's major, and I seen the clip of it. Jersey sent it to me or whatever, and it actually do look legit, so, I mean, that's some good ass quality, so. Look interesting already.
So what's the plot mainly about my bad, man? What's the plot mainly about with this All for the Green movie? What you getting across with this?
It's basically puts my life in perspective because it is based on a true story, but we still did it theatrical along with it to tell a good story also. But it's basically a young guy. My character's name in it is Gino. So he's basically just growing up in this area, and he becomes a product of his environment. It's a lot of things that people can relate to. We got dealing with trying to do the right thing, and then we get blinded by money in this fast life, things that we grew up around. So that hence the name also all for the green. So when we talking about green, we talking about money. And you look at society today, you know, there's some right things that you can do, but we are so influenced by money. You know what I'm saying? By that wrong thing. Everybody wants that money, right? So it's like, damn, like why you did what you did? Like, I wanted to get the money, you know.
Obviously, yeah. All right, so let's talk a little bit about your music or whatever. Like, so you've been doing music for how long, bro?
I've been doing music probably since like I was real young. But like taking it seriously, we started doing it like probably like 05, like my senior year in high school. Like seriously putting stuff together. But ever since like 06, we just really just made it like a business, like actually producing records and doing things like that. So it's been a while.
So who was some of your influences like growing up? I know mine's myself was Tupac or whatever. Like I wanted to do everything like him or whatever. As far as music, and then of course I had other artists, but like what are some of yours? Like as far as
I mean,
like,
I know one of yours was P. So
yeah.
Is his from music or just doing music or being a mogul or what?
It's Master P and it's Jay-Z. So you think about both of those guys and what they did for hip hop and how they did it. You say Master P because what P did. All of these guys was like independent. They said like if you don't open this door for me, I'm still gonna find a way up in here.
I know. I remember during that era, I was in college. He was selling them out of trunks. When I first heard him, I was like, "Who the hell is this dude?"
P was major, bro.
But as far as once I started getting to know him and stuff, as far as an entrepreneur, I respected him more on the entrepreneur side than the artistry actually. But I respected him from that too because he put a lot of families on. He was like to me the modern day MC Hammer. Except he didn't fail like Hammer. Hammer put his family on and went bankrupt. And P, I guess, didn't go that route as far as going bankrupt, but he did put family on, which I'm pretty sure you do. And, he did. He sold out of his trunk. He was one of the first people that I know that did that. And gave love to the South. A lot of people, there's cats from Oklahoma playing that trash. I was like, right.
But you gotta respect it though, cause that's the whole thing. Right. Everybody's not gonna like what you do. I'm sure everybody's not gonna like my movie, but it's the fact that none of that's gonna determine how successful I'm gonna be.
That's right.
So it's that ambition, it's that Jay-Z ambition, it's that Master P ambition to say, yo, I don't care if y'all buy it or not. Somebody gonna buy it. I'm gonna keep hustling. I'm gonna build my business. I'm gonna still be successful. And so on music level and entrepreneur level.
And it's still a personal trophy. Something that you can go back and look at. Like I did this or whatever. Like something that your kids can look at or whatever. Like my dad made this or whatever. And that's as far as music, the movies. Like it's everything that you do. You gotta treat every situation as if your kid's gonna see it.
Yeah, because that's your legacy you build.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever. So if your kids, I don't know if you got kids, but if your kids see it or whatever, like it's something they can be proud of. So I mean, that's the way everybody should move anyway. So
which genre are you more focused on these days? Is it more towards movie production, or is it more towards I'm still making these albums, still banging at these mixtapes? Like which?
Right now it's all about the movie.
Okay.
Because like the reason why you don't see a lot of people do movies because it's such a hard task.
I would imagine.
Like you're not only dealing with like yourself. Now I got a cast that I have to look over. And I got to make sure, all right, if we got to shoot at 5 p.m. on Saturday, like everybody has to show up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now we dealing with everybody else's life. Everybody has a life. Everybody has like kids or something can come up.
Yeah, you got a lot of moving parts going on.
Yeah, and everything has to align in order to make it happen. And if it doesn't, then it's like, all right, man, back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
So it contains a lot of focus, but it's gonna be worth it because I know when you put your mind into something like that, it has no other choice but to, make it happen. Right, and be great.
So after the love for the green,
all for the green.
My bad. After all for the green. What other projects did you got in mind as far as movies, like stuff that you're working on?
I'm doing a horror movie next. I already said it. I got people excited about that already.
Shit, I'm excited.
Yeah, because I know people like horror movies. So now it's like once I learn the things that I'm learning from this all for the green projects, my first project. Now I know my second one gonna be better because I have experience. Yeah. So now it's like, all right. And people didn't believe me at first when I said, yo, I'm going to do a film. But you start seeing it. Stuff started coming into reality. And now you looking like, oh, this shit's pretty dope. But after this, we're going to work on that. But for right now, it's just making this the best product that it can be. And it's homing my skills on everything. So when I'm done shooting it, I still got to put my music into it. I still got to go back to that computer, and I got to do the feelings and everything like that. And
you're gonna do a soundtrack.
The soundtrack is the soundtrack is the album, so it's all my stuff too. Cause I didn't want nobody with their hands on my stuff saying, "Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This 100% my project."
Okay.
So,
all right, man. So with that being said, that's the man Sporti-g. We're going to take a quick break right quick, and then after that, we're going to get into some sports. You already know it's about that time, man. Sports-based radio.
Sports-based.
You already know your favorite source for sports and hip-hop.
Already.
We'll be right back, bro.
Right back.
All right, man. Sports-based radio, we back. Of course, it's about that time to talk some sports.
For sure.
We got the NFL. You already know first quarter is done with.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what's our thoughts on that? I mean, the teams that beat, the teams that's weak, like you said.
Weak is late.
Yeah.
I mean, my thoughts on it is, it's been 4 weeks. It's been first quarter of the season. You're going to have some team that's going to jump out there and, wow you. And they're not really that good. They're going to make people think they're that good because they're 3-1, 4-0. You're going to have teams that maybe don't do so good, go 2-2, when all of a sudden they hit their stride. For instance, New England. Like every year, New England starts off, maybe 1-2, 2-2. They lose a couple games. Oh my God, Tom Brady's ready to retire. He's at the end of the road. He's not completing the same passes he used to complete. And then all of a sudden, they play a team like the Dolphins. And then they take the out of the ball just so they can flex. And the Dolphins was 3-0. They had people like you believing that there's something special.
No,
I know you believed in Tannehill. I know you believed in Tannehill.
Never did I say that. Go back in the archives, bro. Now go ahead, keep talking.
All right, but anyway, a bunch of people believed in the Dolphins, and I never believed in the Dolphins or the Bucks. So
I don't know. They had me going. I did.
See, they didn't have me.
They had me.
I can't believe in nobody with a quarterback named Jameis Winston.
But you got
Ryan Tannehill.
But not when. If you got weapons like Deshaun Jackson or who's on that other end. I can't think of his name.
Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
The quarterback matters first.
Not when
you can have.
Not when you got weapons like
Jared
that. If
Rice
you got weapons like that.
400 plus yards, like his first few games.
It looked good for a few games, and then he'll come to
reality.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
It's his decision making and all of these things that come.
See, you all good at the beginning. No expectations.
Well, let me ask you this then, Quan. This ain't too long ago.
All right, let's talk.
All right, I'm gonna give you a prime example. All right, let's go back to when Cam Newton was going on his 13-0 run. Did you believe that? Did you think at one point he was gonna? Because I'm saying he wasn't a top tier quarterback. He was middle of the road.
He wasn't Ryan
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, he ain't had weapons like Fitzpatrick either.
You know what? I did believe in Carolina.
See, that's how I felt in the beginning with Tampa Bay. I said the points they throwing up and their decent defense, I thought they was going to end up having a little 11-0 run or something like that.
Ryan Fitzpatrick has played on about a quarter of the league for a reason. Like, the dude's been bounced around more than a hole on Backpage. Like, for real.
That was Kurt Warner's situation. And he ended up, he didn't even make it in the league.
Okay.
And he hit his stride when he was with the Rams.
Okay.
So I was thinking maybe that was the case.
And he
him.
kept hitting his stride.
No, not really.
He kept hitting his stride.
Well, maybe he had a 2-year run.
Okay.
But he had weapons too.
But, and that's what I was comparing as far as with Fitzpatrick, though. He got weapons.
He got weapons.
So I was like, that combined with weapons may be a little run right there. That's how I was thinking.
It's Buccaneers, man.
Yeah,
Tampa
well,
Bay.
I mean,
It's Tampa Bay, man.
I think the main thing too, along with it, is coaching also.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Playmaking, how they calling those plays.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I think Kansas City gonna be a problem. Because Andy Reid always been a good coach.
Hell
I
yeah.
always think he always been a good coach.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean,
He's a good coach.
You know,
he know how to pick a quarterback.
they talk about John Gruden, but Andy Reid is the real quarterback guru.
Yeah.
He's the real.
I ain't
guru.
never believe in Gruden anyway. Because first of all, he took
kept his
over a
ass in
team
the
that
booth.
was already put together by
Dungy.
Dungy.
Right.
So I never bought him in the first place.
Right.
But I mean, hey, they want to give him all this credit and consider him the next John Madden of our generation. They can go ahead and do that, but we already see what his record proves. So I never bought into the Oakland Raiders anyway.
Me neither.
Whether they had Khalil Mack or not.
But what I can't fathom is you pay this coach who's been out of coaching for 10 years.
No, bro, I can't figure that out either.
You pay him $10 million a year, but you don't want to pay the best defensive player in football. But then all of a sudden you say, well, we need a pass rush.
They spend it all on him.
Thank you.
It pays to
Make
be.
no sense at all. I can't figure that one out.
It pays to be a smart, dumb motherfucker.
That's why they gonna suck.
I mean, you will say you need a pass rush, but you just traded the best pass rusher in the league. And not only did you trade the best pass rusher in the league, you gave up a second-round pick in doing so. I mean, sure, the Bears gave up 2 first-round picks to get him. But
Yeah,
you
but he's
gave up
worth 2
Khalil
first-round
Mack
picks
and a second-round pick. That is crazy. Like, that is the definition of asinine. I mean, it is. I mean, you give up Khalil Mack and a second-round pick and say, oh, we need a pass rush. I mean, and now look at the Bears. Look what they're doing.
On top of the
flexing
decent
on our
defense
league.
prior to him. They had a
Not
decent
division.
defense.
Yeah, there was. Those top 10 last
Yeah,
year.
I mean, they got a good young guy opposite side of them. But, I mean, I want to know, what's your take on the first quarter in the league?
First quarter in the league, Kansas City Chiefs.
I was shocked.
They
I
just
wasn't on board.
came on top of
I didn't
this.
think he was going to be like that.
Took the air out.
Nah, I ain't going to front.
Pat Mahomes like a damn MVP right now.
And you
The
know what?
offense
Like the
explosive.
craziest shit, like I didn't even think that they was gonna beat the Broncos or whatever. Like because
Yeah, that was a good
like
game.
Von Miller and Chubb was they was going at.
They was getting
Pat.
to him.
Yeah, they was getting
They
that.
was
Pat.
getting to him.
And like
I mean,
I fucked around and fell asleep. Woke up, game was over, and they had won. I was like, damn.
They look
Yeah,
like
Kansas
the
City
type
real
of team
deal.
to me that's going to start off 8 to 9-0. Like, there's always 2 or 3 teams that jump
but
out
they,
there.
but
They
wait.
look
Let's
like
not
that.
forget
look
they had a
like that.
perfect start.
Yeah,
They
but
had a good start
Chiefs,
last
yeah, I'm about to say
year,
the
too.
same. They did his first time
Had a
last
good
year.
start
8-0,
last year, too.
7-0.
I mean,
But this team has improved. It's not the same Kansas City team. Number one, a different quarterback. Number two, now you got a real number one wide receiver opposite side of Hill. You got Sammy Watkins.
Yeah.
Number two,
was big.
Hill is an improved wide receiver. No longer is he just this fast dude
Kick return,
that can
punt
kick
return,
return
yeah.
or that can catch a little slot pass and get a
explosive
block and
dude,
then take
yeah.
it. He can now run routes, like real routes. Like Antonio Brown.
Brown.
Like that. He's a route runner now.
And I personally
So-
think they have the best tight end.
Yeah,
They do have the
do
best
that.
tight
They
end.
do.
But I
They do.
said
That's
that.
just a fact.
That's true.
We
They
had a
do.
discussion about
They
that.
got a good offensive line.
They do.
They don't have a
They
defense.
see how beast ass
They don't
running
have no
back. They don't even
type
talk
of
about
pass.
Yeah, I was gonna say, ain't nobody said nothing about Kareem
Mahomes
Hunt.
came in. They don't even talk about Kareem. What's Kareem
Kareem
Hunt?
Hunt.
They don't talk about
Hey,
him
he
no
got his
more.
name right.
Oh, good.
But that's the thing. Like, if you stop the pass, now you got to worry about the
run
run,
line, yeah.
vice versa.
Vice
So,
versa, yeah.
Yeah,
there's
this your
so
team,
many-
and we hyping
yeah.
them up, man. Go ahead.
I mean,
Hey.
Time in, do your thing. Man.
hey, you ain't got to hype them, man, because we like to play like that. We don't care about the hype. That's why one of the reasons I started liking Kansas City. Not many people knew about them or knew, it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
really hype. So now you getting the hype because you got this young quarterback. But what I've been seeing throughout the years, they always had good running backs, always had that good punt returner.
Yeah.
It just kind of falls short when it comes to the playoffs. Like last year when Travis Kelce got hurt. He went down against Tennessee, right? Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Switched the whole game up.
But y'all got that quarterback now. Like,
Yeah,
y'all have
yeah.
that quarterback now.
And I hope he keeps playing.
Take him.
I hope he keeps lighting it up. I like to see it because now, like you said earlier, it's a passing league.
Yeah, it is.
So your team don't get nothing unless you got somebody who can light it up.
But another thing that shocked me that a lot of people are not saying is what's his name from Denver? He's pretty good.
Which one?
Keenan?
Philip Lindsay?
Keenan, all
Keenan,
right.
oh, yeah,
Keenan
Keenan.
looking pretty good. I was thinking, he was outshined by Cousins with that trade and everything, but he's looking pretty good. So I do have to add that. That is something that
Think so?
I think Keenan looking pretty good to me.
He
I
look
mean,
alright.
from what I've seen him, yeah, he look pretty good.
Decent.
Shit. I mean, as far as I think he look better than Cousins.
Yeah.
No.
Man, yeah.
Cousins.
Yes, he do. Yes, he do.
Yeah, I'm not too impressed with Cousins.
Man, look. Only because everybody had these high expectations with Cousins or whatever. Because
Hell yeah, you deserve that with the high money.
yeah,
No,
he
no.
deserved every bit of
30
criticism that
million
he
a year,
get.
you better do
Thank
it.
you.
Hell yeah.
That-
And what are they like? They what 1-3 or some shit like that or what?
Hold on. What
They ain't win
got
that much.
2-2,
No,
right?
they
tie in there, too,
yeah, they got a tie in
They
there.
won 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1-2-1.
So
Fucked up schedule.
Case Keenum took him to the playoffs. Like this man,
But their defense is letting them down.
That's what
Like
hurt the
they're
Vikings,
giving
yeah.
up points. Last
Yeah.
year they didn't give up points.
didn't.
Like
They
you
give
could
up
not
points.
cross the 50 on their defense.
That defense was
Like
legit, man.
this year,
They
not
lead.
only is teams crossing the 50, they almost getting the 50.
well,
Yeah.
if that's the case, then like he should be playing like a Patrick Mahomes then, or whatever, because their defense kind of.
They're not as explosive as the
they're
Chiefs.
not.
Chiefs a whole
Just
different
not.
animal. Chiefs, they.
But
Minnesota would never. Wait a minute though. Even looking at last year, they was never really explosive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, I mean,
it was
they-
a defensive team.
Yeah.
They was a
exactly,
defensive
it was.
team, but with an offense that did ball control, and so they was never really explosive. But the way their defense is now, playing some of these offenses this year, it don't look good for Minnesota.
and Dalvin Cook ain't doing the work that he did last year. Like
He was hurt last year.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
last
he
year. I
was hurt.
mean,
But he not what I thought when he came out of college. Well, from Florida
Florida
State,
State,
right?
yeah.
He not.
and his first year in the league, like he started off hot. Started off hot as a bitch, so everybody
got
thought
hurt,
that.
though.
Yeah, then he got hurt, and everybody thought that once he came back, it was gonna be the same thing. And they still got Murray back there behind him in it.
Yeah, they got the table.
So
I want to talk about one more team though.
what was that?
The Chicago Bears. Whew. Bears is really like a shocker team.
They in my division, so I ain't gonna.
Real
I
good
ain't gonna speak on
quarterback.
their ass.
Real,
Go ahead.
real good quarterback who could, take the L. He threw six
I don't know,
touchdowns.
man. I
Trubisky.
think that's an anomaly what happened last week. I don't know, but I will say I am sure. I don't see them coming in and going into the playoffs though. I think that North is too heavy. But
I see him.
And I can see that.
I
shit.
can see them taking the place of everybody who thought the Vikings. See, one thing about it, we can think all we want to think, but at the end of the day, somebody's going to actually do it. And it might not be who you think's going to do it. Like, we all thought, the Vikings going to be this good team. They got this elite defense.
Yeah, I agree on the
Then
Bears,
they got
though.
Cousins put
Aaron
up
Rodgers
points.
hurt now, so
Man,
We played them
just
motherfuckers.
can't
Giants
not
out
work
there
that
today.
I
way.
hope we crack somebody's ass up. Cause we got cheated up in Dallas, but
on.
we will come back to that one, man. We gonna take a short break real quick.
you can't, man. Let's not talk about it.
sport.
We dealing with two
Dallas?
fans that don't admit anything, but they got it. They still good in the wide receiver core. They don't even have somebody's top three.
Man, we're going to take this break. He's a
We'll
hater.
take a break.
He's a
We'll take
flat
a
out
break.
hater.
We'll come back to
Flat-out
it. We'll
hater,
come
man.
back
I
to it,
understand.
man.
Sports base.
Sports base, you already know what we
Space
doing.
Radio.
Sports Base Radio, you already know we back. All right, so pretty much this is gonna be our last segment, so we just gonna kind of run into everything or whatever. Yeah, we can definitely do some NBA preseason. Actually, you can do some trade rumors too, because I actually seen that they said that Kevin Durant is actually going to try to go to the Lakers, not this year that's coming up or whatever, but the following
I ain't
year.
buying that. I believe it when I see it.
Bro, December. Yeah, he's a free agent.
Yeah, he's-
Boss will beat the Warriors in the finals, and do and come to LA and join LeBron.
That's
Yeah.
The Lakers will win it.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I seen the just a trade rumor or whatever I read online where there was like he actually wanted to play with LeBron or whatever. Now I don't know how far,
crush Golden State.
how much it is, how much truth it is to it, but like that's what I read in the article that was.
It's probably true.
I think it would be. I mean,
Well, I thought. Have they decided what they're gonna do with
Clay.
No, what's his name from Minnesota?
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, is he still there?
See, the thing with Jimmy Butler is he's a hard player to trade because he has his baggage as far as having, beef with his teammates. He was with the Bulls. He had beef
he
with
always
Derrick
did.
Rose. Now he's on the Timberwolves. He don't like neither superstar, Cat or Wiggins.
Yep.
And it was a rumor that he was banging his girl.
Yeah,
That's
say he
a
was
smash
banging
these chicks.
Conley
Yeah,
to
yeah,
his
yeah.
girl.
Gabriel, you ain't never D-Wade.
You know,
Like, nah, bro, you got to fall back on that joint. You know what I'm saying?
He's not the superstar where you can
Oh,
get
dark-skinned nigga.
all these assets for. He's not like a
he not.
Durant or nothing
Nah,
like that.
he's
But
like
at
a
the same,
second tier.
yeah, he's a
Second
second
tier,
tier. But he's he's not like a second tier, low second tier where you can get bullshit for him too. So he's a hard player to trade. Like they wanted from Miami. They wanted Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, they wanted a couple things.
They wanted some dudes.
Josh Richardson.
They're like two.
And those are two
And,
pieces that they're gonna need with Butler.
and a couple picks.
But they're gonna need Adebayo. I think they would need him with Butler. I mean, because when you look at spades, I consider Butler like a low spade. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they were saying that he was trying to go to the Clippers.
Some had the money to get him.
Go there.
I think Rockets would be a good fit for him.
Yeah, but they don't got the assets to trade for him. Like
Houston would be a perfect fit for him.
they,
I heard what's his name,
they
ball.
don't.
I heard what's his name?
My boy from Lakers ball, Brandon Ingram. He doing this thing out
But
there.
they said what's his name playing his role.
But they still lost to my
Houston,
Denver Nuggets. So
Carmelo.
Carmelo, they say he playing his role. If he's
Yeah.
still like that, Houston might be decent.
Yeah, one
I
thing
think they
about
are.
Carmelo, he can shoot.
He can shoot, so he always will be good.
At this point in his
He can
career,
shoot,
he's
yeah.
a straight up spot up shooter, and with two penetrating guys like Chris Paul and James Harden that just want to pick and roll you to death, you know, can kick it out. It's a perfect marriage for Carmelo in Houston. Will he accept the role of just being a spot up shooter on a daily? You know, that's
know.
neither here
That's-
nor
that's-
there. You know, that's Carmelo Anthony.
We
But
gonna find
He ain't
out.
got too many more years
One
left.
thing we
in
do
him.
know about
And
it,
he ain't got too many opportunities.
He ain't gonna play
to
no
get this close
defense.
to possibly getting a championship.
Right. So I mean, I definitely
He
think
ain't got no
I
choice.
think that he gonna play his role or whatever. I think the Rockets gonna actually be one of the top teams in the league or whatever. Especially, I can definitely see them going. I'm gonna be as bold as to say I can see them going to the playoffs or whatever,
y'all
like,
think
and
Boston
possibly
coming out
winning
East, though?
everything.
winning everything?
I do.
No.
Winning what?
The championship.
Houston,
I think so. I swear I do.
Ain't
I
nobody
mean,
beating Golden State.
they gonna beat them.
But listen,
Golden State.
or whatever. Only because the only thing that they was missing last year
It'll be better than us.
was Harden. Harden seems to just go down and pressure, but he
He's still
knows.
there.
Yeah, but he know that he know his faults. Like he got to look.
He knew his
One of these
faults
good
last
days,
year.
he got to step up or whatever. Like, and one of these seasons, I think it is.
All that Harden got it in
Well,
his blood.
He just don't got it in him,
Game
bro.
7,
But
come on, give you
just think
40.
they got Carmelo now or whatever. You just said he's a spot up shooter. They ain't have none of that shit last year.
Carmelo is like
And then Chris Paul went down last year.
he
Yeah,
did.
and Chris
He
Paul
did.
went down.
That's why they didn't win it.
Yeah.
So with a healthy,
That shit was their chance.
Because he was
You don't get
getting
that many
credit.
chances.
But this is my thing. If you look, all right, if we just take it player for player, who they got? They let go of
Trevor
what's his name?
Trevor Ariza.
They lost some defense.
They let
They
him.
lost.
lost
Who they
another
gonna
dude, too.
have to take care of? I can't.
Shit,
I'm not
KD,
basketball
LeBron, who
friend
guard
of
them
mine.
dudes?
No,
I mean,
not
you
them.
know.
Draymond.
Shit, Boogie Cousins.
Who they gonna have? I'm not
Maybe
looking at
forget
Boogie yet
about
because
Boogie.
Boogie's still hurt.
Still
So
forget
I'm
about
not
Cuz.
putting him.
Oh, he's
nowhere.
coming
Oh, yeah,
back.
he out there.
But I'm looking at
Oh.
Draymond though. Who they gonna have for Draymond?
Draymond ain't really gonna
Ariza,
hurt.
they
What you
lost-
mean?
He ain't really gonna hurt you on offense. Draymond ain't gonna do you.
that ugly
What are we
ass
talking
one
about? Out of Golden State 5 All-Star, you talking about who they got for Draymond?
That's the weakest
That's like the
one.
craziest thing I
Yeah,
heard
but
all
what I'm
show.
saying-
You can put
What I'm saying-
Clint Capella on him.
You put anybody, I'll go out
Put
there and
anybody
guard
on
Draymond.
Draymond. What are you talking about?
I'll check him.
So he's the threat.
No, I'm talking about if you looking on paper, player for player.
Okay.
All right, guard play. Just say because during the playoffs when they played, guard play balanced itself out. Okay.
What I do?
As far as guard play,
Like the Warriors and the Rockets, right?
yes, we talk about the Warriors and the Rockets.
All right.
All right, balancing that out. Just looking on paper. I'm not talking about actual game or whatever.
Yeah.
So who are they gonna have as far as for Durant and Draymond? That's all I'm simply saying.
But they lose.
give you
on Trevor
Durant.
Ariza.
Yeah, I would
That's
say I give you Durant.
everybody though.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
true.
Yeah,
Everybody
they're-
for Durant.
everybody got to play
But we
those
forget
spots.
though that Houston Golden State series was pretty good.
It was.
It was.
It was.
So I mean,
But they missing a key component that made it pretty good. And I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm talking.
Trevor Ariza.
I know that. That's why I
He made life
That's
tough
what make a
on Kevin
difference.
Durant.
Yeah.
He is gone now.
Yeah.
Now your 3 is a guy who plays no defense.
Yeah.
Carmelo
said.
Anthony.
He might change that.
Oh, he gonna bust Melo.
He might change that.
So
But
16 years later, he's gonna start playing defense.
He ain't gonna never play D. Like,
I don't. It's like James Harden, man. He gonna play no D.
Like
bro.
they play no defense, bro. Like, did they even sign Clint Capella back yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they signed
him.
Yeah. That's the only thing
I mean,
they
it was a
did.
good series though.
It was a good series.
It was a good series.
They should have
yeah.
won it,
Yeah,
really.
Houston should have won that.
If you think about it, all things being equal, I mean they lost Ariza.
It's not equal. It's just not equal.
Golden State got better.
It's just not equal.
Their bench weak, but they
I'm not looking at
they
Boogie.
got
That's
better.
the only
But
thing
you
that
gotta-
pretty much changed.
Also, like, y'all don't get the feeling that like with Golden State, they're super stacked. Like that's the same thing that kind of happened with the Heat. That one year that they had like just
They had LeBron.
Yeah, but,
yeah, they had
Golden State
LeBron.
way
They're
more stacked
super,
than that.
they're super
Yeah,
Golden
stacked.
State way stacked.
They're super stacked.
Every
After the
player
season,
is
they
an
got some
all-star.
They
decisions
got
to
5
make.
All-Stars.
They got
player
decisions
is
to
an
make after the
all-star.
season.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, big
So
decision.
we're gonna see. They're super
Boogie might
stacked.
leave. KD might leave. I mean,
And what's the name? Contract is up.
Oh,
to
Clay.
Clay.
Yeah.
So they got decisions to
true.
make. So it
That's
ain't
true.
like this is for life.
Yeah, I'm talking
Nah.
about this year.
But let's talk about something more relevant. Can we talk about who coming out of the East? Can we have a debate? Let's have
that's
one.
easy.
who's
That's
Boston?
easy. It's Boston.
Boston.
They ain't,
Y'all
they
ain't
a
giving
debate.
Philly no love.
Oh no,
Philly, they didn't even improve.
nah, they did. They ain't
Like,
that deep.
like
They
they
just
didn't even improve. They got Embiid, Simmons, and some white dudes that can shoot
got
threes
some
real
dude
good.
named Wilson Chandler, but he ain't.
You know, you got
They got Wilson Chandler
Yeah.
from us. Oh motherfucker. Well, he won't.
Wilson Chandler.
they got him over the summer.
Did they? I didn't pay
Yeah.
attention to that.
yeah Philly.
Nah, Philly, nah.
Now,
Toronto be better
I'm about to
than
say
Philly.
Toronto, like
Toronto
the
would
Raptors.
give Boston a shot.
Kawhi Leonard, and
And he's actually like embracing the team now.
Playing,
So
yeah.
then you got Kyle Lowry, you got Ibaka, you got Valanciunas. I mean,
Yeah,
they
pretty
got
good
a
coach.
pretty good
They said
team.
Kyrie saying he extended his contract.
He ain't going nowhere.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere. He be
You
done
wanted
with
him to
Philly.
go to the Knicks. I know you did. Did you?
Kyrie.
Now that's
Yeah.
a rumor swirling that where Durant may go. I don't know.
Well, I know Kyrie ain't. Why would he leave? He got 2 budding stars and Jaylen Brown and Jason
See, that
Tatum.
might be
Probably
a
the
problem.
best coach in the game.
What's the problem?
Because how they gonna distribute that? If you got, I don't see how they gonna get enough ball distribution.
I tell you how they do it. I'll tell you right now. Your starting lineup: Kyrie Irving at the point. You got Jaylen Brown at the 2, Hayward at the 3, Tatum at the 4, and Horford at the 5. You gonna what?
Go ahead.
All right.
'Cause I'm trying to think of who you left out.
Nah,
Because
that's the
that's
starting
fine.
lineup. Starting
so
lineup.
Smart coming off the bench.
Rozelle coming off the
Rozelle.
bench. What?
The Morris twin. come off
Morris
the bench,
twin
too.
coming off the bench.
I can see that.
Baines coming off the bench.
You got somebody else.
And let,
too.
and let me help you. When you go to the bench, either Brown, Tatum, or Hayward gonna come out of the game for Morris twin. So now all of a sudden, you still got 2 wings in the game. In the second quarter, when they go to the bench again, the person who went to the bench is
back
coming
in
back
there.
in the game. So no matter what, one of them 3 wings is gonna be in the game
got
with
Marcus
Rozelle
Smart.
and Smart.
Yeah, the 2 dogs.
You still got the 2 point guards gonna come off the bench. Man, you one of them wings is gonna always be in the game at all times. So you gonna always have a legitimate wing threat in the game at all
I
times.
honestly think Boston would beat Golden State, man.
Plus they got
In the finals, I think
one
Boston
of the best
beat them.
coaches in the game.
Yeah, they do got the best coach.
So
As far as
I'm
personnel,
right-
they
I'm
would
right-
give
I'm right.
they
They
would
give
give
Ball-
Golden
they give Golden
State a
State a run.
problem.
it would.
It's way deeper than Golden State.
But as far as talent,
They're not as talented, but they're deeper.
yeah, they way
They're
deeper.
deeper.
That's where the beat
Like when they go to their bench, you gonna come in with some guys who might
yeah,
give
I
you 7
personally
points a
think they
game.
would have had a better chance at playing Golden State last year.
Yeah.
than
Oh yeah, clearly. Yeah.
Um,
Without Kyrie.
But yeah, they deep. They
And,
just
thank,
don't have the
and
talent.
thanks to LeBron going to the West too,
Right.
because if he would have
Yeah, the
stayed
East
on
wide
the East,
open.
then,
Yeah.
you know,
Boston still would have been better though if LeBron stayed in the
he
East.
still was the king of the East.
Well, it
though.
depends what
Like,
else-
Yeah, he
was-
was.
Well, it's
fine.
like
But that all-
nobody
he
else
was.
was coming
Yeah,
out.
he
But
of
that
the
all
East if he
depends
was
what
there.
else Cleveland would have had, what else Cleveland would have put
Yeah.
on board. Because more than likely, they would have done something to keep,
Yeah.
But
So still,
That's
still
the
go
Lakers would be
there
good
now,
this year,
though,
though.
damn
Yeah.
Yeah.
championship.
all right, just to touch on sorry to interrupt, bro. Just to touch down on like a little bit more football. Like, how do y'all feel about like Le'Veon saying that he coming back in week 8? I think it was.
I think that he wants out of Pittsburgh.
the bigger picture, Pittsburgh got a bigger issue than Le'Veon coming back. I mean, it's plain and simple. They just don't look good to me. But go ahead.
Yeah. As far as Le'Veon, he just want to play his 6 games so he can be a free agent next year. If you just sit out all year, then next year he's still a Pittsburgh. He's not a free agent.
That year carry.
Yeah, the year carries over, but that's all. He just want to play in 6 games and get out of there. Kind of what Earl Thomas wants to do.
Him and Earl is probably at the same
They're in the
situation.
same
But Earl
boat.
is hurt. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Earl
He
just
flicked
That's
flicked
a
the season.
season-ending
Yeah.
injury, right?
Yeah.
he's done.
They got fouled for that,
He's
too.
a Cowboy next year.
Yeah.
They was talking
Yeah,
about getting him in Kansas City though.
Yeah.
but
Y'all was
he's-
talking about
Before he got hurt, like they was working on that.
But bro,
Where he
after
wanna-
this injury,
where he
I don't know
wanna
how
go.
good he
Yeah,
is gonna be
I
when
mean,
he comes
yeah.
back. And he's getting up there now.
So what's a good team fit for Le'Veon?
Man, he'll fit.
Well,
I say the Jets, but I don't see him going to the Jets though. That'd be a good fit
Jets.
for him.
but
he could want to stomp the Steelers and go to the
Baltimore,
play with Bakerfield.
Bakerfield. Oh yeah,
I mean,
whoa. Let's talk about this elephant in the room.
Bakerfield a beast. Man.
What do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about all summer.
Okay.
Cleveland stat.
Okay.
Cleveland stat.
Okay.
They ain't doing nothing.
You know why? Because they played that boy Tyrod Taylor.
That has nothing to do with it.
It ain't got
Hey,
nothing to
man.
do with it.
Actually, Tyrod has protected the ball way better than Baker Mayfield to this point.
Why do you say that?
What is wrong with Tyrod? No one
Well,
can
nothing
give-
wrong with Tyrod.
Thank
I don't
you.
think-
And nobody can give any.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you what's wrong with
Go
Tyrod.
ahead.
He couldn't move the ball against the Jets. they put Baker Mayfield in. It's like
Why should
Right
you
down
have
the
a
field,
problem
right down
with
the
that
field.
when you got who's this great person they had in that backfield? You kept saying that's gonna be a problem.
Denzel Ward,
Chubb.
No.
I don't know that. I'm lost.
Carlos Hyde.
I'm the two I know.
How was supposed to be a problem?
I mean, he did that.
Still gotta
he
have
been
that
doing his thing,
quarterback,
though.
man.
Yeah.
He been doing his
You know
thing.
what? I'm just gonna come out on record and say this. I don't believe in black quarterbacks.
I don't believe in Baker Mayfield.
You get me?
I don't believe in Baker Mayfield.
You ain't gotta believe in him. But I tell you what
And
he
you
did
do-
do.
you still do,
I
right?
tell you what he did do.
Let's talk in formal.
He gave you a win against the
win.
Jets. So he
We gonna ride that against the
They
Jets.
booed Tyrod Taylor. They wanted him out of there.
Okay.
He gave you a win. He won the game.
They win a game.
And he's supposed to win against the Raiders last
Here we
week.
go with the supposed
What
to
he did? They robbed him. They got a first down. He was across the yellow line. They got a first down. They said it wasn't a first down.
You believe
They
in
was
Baker?
up by
You
7
believe in Baker?
points. Yeah, I believe in Baker.
All right. Okay.
Have you seen the guy play?
Yeah, I seen him play.
You seen him play,
I'm not.
and you don't like it. I'm talking about a guy that can throw between windows. You know, that can stand in the middle of the pocket, finesse the pocket, don't get rattled.
Drew Brees out there.
Make every throw. He's a Drew Brees. That's what he is.
You're not no Drew Brees.
It's still early. But
We still a little
I
early.
don't know, man.
And
Next
plus
sports base,
everything-
I'm gonna ask you again if you believe in Baker, because I don't see it.
I heard it. He said next week he gonna ask you about it.
is improvement
I don't
also.
believe in Baker
I mean, shit. They win 2 games.
He ain't believe in your boy either, man. So don't listen.
No. I didn't say that. I just didn't say I didn't think he would be what he's doing now. I didn't.
No, I don't think nobody did. But
I'm gonna admit that.
But it had to be a reason why you shipped Alex Smith out too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Alex
I give
Smith
that
look good
credit to
watching,
Andy
though.
Reid. I give that credit to
He
Andy
bad.
Reid.
Yeah.
Andy Reid knows
He knew it was time,
Pat
man.
Mahomes been the
Pat
pieces. He
Mahomes
was
said
high
this whole
school.
year.
Texas Tech. He always been.
Yeah.
always
And they
been right.
needed that spread.
But he's not putting up the interceptions like he did. though.
Well, Alex Smith didn't. He went a long time without getting some interceptions too last year.
Yeah, but he was what you
Nah, he'll
call
turn
a-
over that much.
He was like a he
Check
was
down,
like
check
the
down.
Yeah.
history of like what Baltimore had in their quarterback position to get a Super Bowl. He wouldn't lose the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bus driver.
Manager,
Yeah, he ain't that threat. Like, yo, if we miss this play right here, then or your defense not right, it's not that big threat. Like, you
Yeah.
know,
So it's week 4. Who are y'all looking at right now as ready to just take
What's the
off?
games today?
And who are you looking at as far as
games
ready
Yeah,
to
we got a lot
falter?
of games today.
I mean, you got a lot of games today, man. I mean, I know the prime time game. It's a Texas showdown tonight. You know, so when we leave this show, I'm gonna take a nap because I gotta work tomorrow, and then I'm gonna get up and
Watch that game, man.
watch that game. Because it's
Deshaun throw that ball everywhere, huh?
ain't nothing going down tonight. Get a bunch of defense and running, man. 2 black quarterbacks. Ain't nothing.
All right, man. We
We're gonna talk
gonna.
about Warren Moon.
Bro, that's one in history.
But that's one. You said,
Bro, it's been like 10,000 quarterbacks. A broke clock is right twice a day.
Hey, bro.
I
You
mean,
made a
damn.
statement. I just said Warren Moon.
One
All right, keep talking.
You know what?
Don't
Give
respond.
me
If it
5.
ain't important, don't respond.
Give
to
me 5 pocket passes, and I will leave you alone. In the history of the NFL, give me 5 black
Yeah, you
dudes
wanna
that when the
start a
pressure
bad
is
vibe
around them,
next
they
time.
don't want to just take off and run. Like they don't just want to take off.
You
can't do it. You can't do it.
Keep talking.
All right, man. Hey, look, man. We gotta wrap it up or whatever. So, You already heard it. I mean, I guess we're going to do our research or whatever and see if we can find 5 pocket fans. 5 black pocket fans, I'm sorry.
Sports-based radio, baby.
Research and find out when Baker Mayfield going to get another W.
All right, man. And again, man, like this has definitely been a special episode. Again, we had Sporti-g up in here, man.
Boy, Sporti-g,
definitely
man.
make sure y'all. I mean, once the movie drop, you got a release date on that anyway?
Not yet because we're still shooting, but just make sure everybody, go check out All for the Green online. A4DG, the hashtag. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. You can type in Sporti-g and all that's gonna come out there. Thank y'all, and thank y'all for having me too, man.
Oh yeah, already.
It was an honor, bro.
Now, is the music gonna pop up too, or?
Yeah, music gonna pop up too, but that music is like 5 to 7 years old.
It don't matter. Music is music.
Yeah.
What's old to somebody might be new to somebody else. So.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Sports-based radio, you already know how we doing, man. Make sure y'all go check out that All for the Green.
Sports-based, All for the Green. Man. Check that out.
Yeah.